Yeah, Deb. So I know another one of the topics that we're going to really be covering, which is really important for the neurodivergent, individual and person, is this kind of sensory overload, stimuli overload, and I'm always kind of grounded in the science behind that, and this idea that we know neurodivergent nervous systems are actually hyper connected,
Hmm.
meaning we have like more connections than neurotypical nervous systems. How do you see that showing up in your practice?
Yeah, well, a lot of what I see is just what you said, like this element of being a very sensitive person. Usually people will label themselves as highly sensitive before they even maybe know that they're neurodivergent, but not realizing that those two things are connected. And sometimes it shows up as like emotionally, we're very sensitive to like shifts in others.
Mm.
We notice shifts in energy. And then sometimes it shows up as like my socks are like something is wrong with my socks, or like the lights are too loud, or
Yeah.
like for me, when people are like eating, I can like hear way more than the average person, and I always just like, what is happening, like why does this bother me so much? And so knowing that it's actually my brain is so attuned to so many things, which can be really great
Mm.
in some circumstances and really annoying in others. Like just realizing that, oh, that's like actually part of this experience of being neurodivergent. And there are both like a lot of benefits and then things that are hard about that. Just figuring that out has been really helpful. And I'm really excited to start to help people put those pieces together and learn about that.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned such an important part there, right? Like we so often feel like this is something that's wrong with us, and
Mhm.
this is something that does legitimately cause more distress
Yep.
and activation and pain and even perhaps suffering in our lives. But when we start to recognize that it is something that we can find adaptations for and work around, it's not something that's wrong with us, we can
Hmm.
maybe start to experience some of the gifts that come with being really sensitive and really highly observant.
And one of those um, is for me is pattern recognition. I'm really, really good at spotting when there's like something that is a pattern or something that's out of place. So it can be actually very beneficial to me and also to people that I work with, because I'll spot something and they'll be like, wait, yeah, you're right. So it can be like actually a big benefit. And there are like things like I use these noise canceling earphones like all the time because it just helps me to not have to be like, oh my gosh, like somebody honked their horn outside, and then like the blender, and then my client, like I can just focus on one thing. And so, yeah, totally. It's like finding where it is actually a benefit to you and then where you could support yourself so it's not like too overwhelming.
Yeah, and we want to help folks to do that learning and experiencing in a community so we can draw examples like from your experience, others' experience, and we can help us all together, come up with some good ideas.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.